University of Southern California wide receiver Drake London is one of the bigger-bodied, better 50-50 ball catchers in this year's draft class at wide receiver. He reminds me a lot of Mike Evans, another bigger-bodied red zone target. The difference, Drake London's a little bit shiftier and can do more in space and after the football once he gets it in his hands. He's a better athlete than people give him credit, and he's going to go higher in this year's draft than I think most realize.
Arnold Ebiketie, edge rusher, Penn State. My comparison, Yannick Ngakoue, edge rusher, now with Indianapolis Colts. Had to get those names out of the way fast, didn't I? But here's where the comparison kicks in for me. Size, build, style of play. Both are excellent speed rushers who don't mind taking on a blocker as well to try and help in the run game. Plus, when they get to the quarterback, they want to create some havoc. They want to go for the football. It's not just a sack. They want to knock it loose. So if you're a quarterback, you better have two hands on it and be strong with the ball. Ebiketie, a transfer out of Temple, finished up at Penn State. I think he's just getting better. I think he's ascending. And as soon as he adds a few more pass rush moves to his arsenal, he is really going to be dangerous. And remember, Ngakoue, he's going to get you a minimum of 8 sacks a year. I expect the same out of Ebiketie.
Montana State's Troy Anderson, the linebacker, has a lot of Martez Wilson in his game. But above all else, Troy Anderson is a freakish athlete. He played both quarterback and running back at Montana State. And in fact, in 2018, he rushed for over 1,400 yards and scored 21 touchdowns. But once he moved to linebacker, everything came together for him. He comes downhill with confidence and purpose. He's a wrap-up tackler in the backfield. He consistently gets off blocks when blitzing or in run support, and that means he's always near the ball. He's also smooth in coverage, showing the ability to flip his hips and run with tight ends, and then thumping anyone who comes across the middle of the field. The level of competition is a concern for sure, and it could determine how quickly he transitions to the NFL. But Anderson tested through the roof during the pre-draft process. He blazed a 4.2 40 at the combine and had a 37-inch vertical, and that athleticism showed up on tape during the season, as well as at the Senior Bowl, where he had a great week.
Western Kentucky edge rusher Dangelo Malone is a little bit on the thinner side, but he has good bend around the edge. We have compared him to NFL edge rusher Eli Harold. In terms of room for improvement, he can develop more as a run defender. Adding more mass to his frame would go a long way in holding up at the point of contact. He struggles to get off blocks when engaged and needs to develop more counter moves. Malone displays good change of direction and a natural body lean that allows him to stay off blocks. Despite being a bit undersized, the Georgia native has shown great production over the past 4 years. Malone plays to the whistle with great balance. BYU running back Tyler Algier is a bigger, thicker running back in this draft class. He is not overly fit, not overly quick or fast, and we have compared him to 49ers running back Elijah Mitchell. Algier can be slow to gather his feet and change direction. He is an inconsistent blocker that has good production in the pass game. He is best suited in a wide zone blocking scheme that allows him to showcase his vision before attacking gaps in the defense. He loves hitting cutback lanes and is willing to deliver hits on overeager defenders, and the California native does a good job of using his blocks.
Cincinnati's Desmond Ritter reminds me a lot of Marcus Mariota on the field. Now, Marcus Mariota wasn't an outspoken leader, but he was a leader, and that's where he differs from Dez, who is a huge, big-time locker room guy, loved by his teammates, loved by his coaches, and loved by the teams that met with him in the pre-draft process. The most important thing to him is football after his family, and he wants to be great, and that gets your attention. He also played more than 50 games for the Bearcats and helped take the program to the next level. There's so much to love about the way he plays, his athleticism. He ran a 4.5 240 at the combine, fastest among the quarterbacks he ran. His experience and his playmaking ability have all put him in the first-round conversation. And while he doesn't have an elite arm, he can make every NFL throw. Now, the biggest concern with Ritter is accuracy. He'll make 3 NFL throws look easy and then miss wildly on a wide receiver screen or a dig route, and then on an end zone fade. And some of that inconsistency is tied to his footwork, which will improve at the next level. And it's important to remember that Josh Allen completed just 56% of his throws coming out of Wyoming. Now look, Ritter doesn't have Allen's physical tools, but if he can clean up those 3 to 4 errant throws a game that regularly showed up on tape, he could be the next best quarterback to come out of the NFL.
Do you want a sports network that delivers everything that matters about the game? The highlights, the picks, the instant analysis, no yelling, no fake debates, no politics. Hit the subscribe button and never miss a moment.